I promise you won't believe the response we got from Elon Musk's AI Grok when we inquired when Shiba Inu would reach 10 cents. Therefore, you should see this video if you are interested in Shiba Inu or own Shib tokens. So, how much does Elon Musk's AI think a Shiba Inu will cost? If the Shiba Inu's price drops to where Grok predicts it will, how much will you profit? Please watch this full video, since I will be addressing these questions in it. Welcome to Dr. Crypto, your daily serving of Shiba. This is the spot for you if you're curious about anything related to Shiba. If you want to keep informed about all the latest news forecasts and stay ahead of the crypto industry, subscribe. To get more Shib news, be sure to click the like button. In case you're unfamiliar with the term, I asked Grok, what is Grok? My name is Grok, and I am an artificial intelligence program created by XAI. My purpose is to address many issues in a useful and honest way, and I typically do so by providing a different viewpoint on people. My mission in life is to provide people the tools they need to comprehend the cosmos and do a wide range of useful activities. I am able to interpret data, provide insights, and even make pictures if necessary, but I can't run programs or communicate verbally. When discussing contentious issues, I do my best to provide opposing viewpoints without displaying any prejudice in order to be as helpful as possible while still being objective. Grok may be seen of as Elon Musk's take on ChatGPT. So, I shall now inquire as to the current Shiba Inu pricing in order to verify that the data is current. Since Grok can connect to the internet, this ought to be true. The most recent numbers we have indicate a price of around 1,243 units. At the moment this video was being recorded, this was almost exactly correct. We should now hear Grok's initial prediction. By the end of April, what do you think the Shiba Inu will be worth? For every forecast, I've asked it to provide 3 possible outcomes: bearish, neutral, and bullish. Another thing I ordered it to do was to just use statistics and facts when answering questions, estimating how much a Shiba Inu will cost by the end of April 2025, and you will be using data and trends that are up to date. Optimistic, but bearish. If the present slump persists, with a 17% decline owing to lack of momentum or market correction, 1,050 units would be sold. If token burns slowly and sentiment continues weak or neutral, a decline might be probable. 1,300 items. Anticipate a leveling out around the present price, with a little increase of 2.85%. Show a lack of significant breakout but consistent trading and a little comeback. Positive outlook. 1,560 pieces. Expectations of more adoption, higher token burns, and general buzz are fueling a 26.6% jump. Get your audience pumped up with a powerful ascent. If Grok's optimistic pricing forecast for April for Shib came true, how much money would you make? What this means is that if you put $1,000 into Shib right now, it will have computed and presented its responses. When it reaches the optimistic aim of 1,600 units by the conclusion of April, you would earn around $265, transforming your $1,000 into $1,265, a gain of 26.6%. It would be prudent to use leverage for this transaction as well, since it is short-term. You might still earn more than $1,330 by using only 5 times leverage on this deal. I want to inquire as to the projected pricing of Shiba Inu by the year 2025. To reiterate, I wanted 3 forecasts in the same format. To know how much Shiba Inu will be worth by the end of 2025, we need to look at historical data, current market trends, and the bigger picture of cryptocurrency dynamics. 2025. 9,500 units to the downside. Assuming the present negative trend continues, Shib could fall 25% to 9,500 units due to ineffective burns that can't cut through the massive supply, and a crypto bear market in which Bitcoin corrects after having a problem, causing altcoins to fall as well and reducing speculative inflows. As a speculative asset, Shib might collapse in the event of a liquidity constraint, and its delayed acceptance won't be enough to prevent a market slump caused by tight global circumstances or increasing rates. 1,400 units. Neutral burns provide minor supply pressure, and consistent daily volume suggest persistent interest, mimicking SHIB's previous recovery trends. Assuming stability, a small 10.8% growth to 1,400 units is possible. The market remains neutral, with Bitcoin consolidating and an RSI of 44% zero, which maintains SHIB in a sideways trend. Shibarium's market cap remains at $8.25 billion due to its slow expansion, which adds utility but lacks a breakout trigger. Stable worldwide liquidity and no large bull or bear movements contribute to this stability. A positive 4,500 units. An aggressive burn and Shibarium's popular traction with millions of deals fuel a 356% spike to 4,500 units, tapping SHIB's explosive potential. This is all helped along by a crypto bull run, with Bitcoin over 150,000, turning emotion into greed and pouring billions into cryptocurrencies. Partnerships, metaverse buzz, and loose global liquidity may propel SHIB to meme coin leader status, with daily volumes exceeding $1 billion, as in previous peaks, with gains in the triple digits repeating in early 2024. If any other changes are required, please inform me. The result is influenced by market cycles, negative corrections, bullish frenzies, burns, and adoption, as well as today's data and SHIB's erratic swings. If Grok's optimistic price forecast for SHIB in 2025 came true, how much money would you make? Consequently, a $1,000 investment in SHIB now would provide a $3,560 profit, or a 256% increase if the stock reaches the optimistic objective of 4,500 units by the conclusion of 2025. Leverage is an option for this transaction as well. You might earn more than $12,800 with a $1,000 investment and 5 times leverage on this deal. But let's get to the last and most crucial question. Do you know when SHIB will be 10 cents? This solution was found by means of a thorough search. This is the premium tool that Grok provides, and it delves much farther. To estimate when Shiba Inu may be worth 10 cents, we must first look at its present condition and future prospects. With a market valuation of $7.45 billion and a 4.13% decrease in the previous 24 hours, SHIB is trading at 1,243 units today. There are over 589 trillion tokens in circulation. The present supply would cause its market value to skyrocket to $58.9 trillion, far surpassing the whole crypto industry's worth of $2.5 trillion. Therefore, reaching 10 cents would be a very ambitious aim without major modifications. Token burning are little given the present state of affairs. The last 24 hours have seen 2 million SHIB, while the past 7 days have seen $528 million, for a total of almost $27 billion every year. It would take millennia to reduce the supply to a point where 10 cents is practicable at present rate, which puts the timetable at around 2050, assuming burns and market development keep going at their current pace. Nevertheless, this might be hastened by widespread symbolic fires. Considering that by December 2024, Shibarium would have handled over 700 million transactions and is close to 1 billion. With 70% of fees destroyed, it is hard to fathom that 1 trillion SHIB will be burned annually via the platform. In conjunction with a crypto bull run, like SHIB's triple-digit daily rise in early 2024, this might accelerate the shrinkage of supply, which could push 10 cents into the 2040s. Crucial are market circumstances. With today's fear and greed index sitting at fear, investors should proceed with caution. Nevertheless, a bullish cycle, such as Bitcoin reaching $200,000, might propel quick gains, while a bear market, similar to previous collapses, could halt development. Therefore, 10 cents is likely to happen around 2050 in a typical market, but it may happen sooner with vigorous burning. I had to condense everything into a single statement when we got closer to the year 2040. Given the present state of affairs, Shiba Inu might reach $0.10 in 2050 with moderate yearly token burns of 27 billion. However, if there is a massive yearly burn of 1 trillion via Shibarium and a bull run similar to Bitcoin exceeding $200,000, this could be accelerated to the 2040s. As a result, an incredible 7,910% return would be yours if you were to invest $1,000 in Shib today and it reached $0.10. Your profit would be about $7,910,392.40, transforming your $1,000 into $7,911,392. Will you be keeping Shiba Inu till the year 2050? Post a comment telling me. These costs may have changed by the time you see the video, so please bear that in mind. This is not a recommendation for your financial situation. The day is over now. Remember to give it a big thumbs up. To see our most recent material, share it and subscribe to the channel.